Ladies and gentlemen, how are you? It is Nights with Ping. This is your Wednesday night edition, or Thursday if you're in Australia. We might have a few more Aussies turn up tonight because of the case on the docket this evening. I started a few minutes early because I really want to get going on this press conference. Press conference just happened within the last hour. It was a police press conference and then a spontaneous family press conference of the family of Samantha Murphy. We're going to go into a bunch of this today. There are some things we need to cover. We need to look at bad actors again within true crime. Unfortunately, Lady's been missing for like 4 days and we already have people muddying the water. So we'll talk about that. But let's get straight into this press conference. And I want to get it to you as quick as I can. And then I'll say hi to everyone and do all that. Here we go. Now, the sound is hard to hear from the reporters at times. Not much I can do about it, unfortunately.
My name's Acting Inspector Lisa McDougall. I'm the local area commander for the Ballarat Police Service area. We're here today to talk about the investigation into missing person Samantha Murphy, who was last seen at 7 a.m. leaving her residence on Sunday morning, which was the 4th of February 2024. What we really want to appeal to everyone today for is footage that they may have from their residence or from their dash cam from that period of time after she left her residence. Want to appeal to everyone today for is footage that they may have from their residence or from their dash cam from that period of time after she left her residence. So that period of time that we would wish for those community members to look at their CCTV from their residence is from 7 a.m. on Sunday morning through till the hours of about 11 a.m. We would like the community to not make any decisions about what is or isn't relevant. Certainly if they find anything of interest on the footage, we'd like them to let police know that, and the most efficient way to let police know what they've found is via Crime Stoppers. You can reach out to Crime Stoppers via their phone number, or you can go online and register the information online, and that will come directly through to investigators. Today, we have continued the ground search in relation to Samantha. We have 40 resources on the ground at the moment, and they are both VicPol resources and CFA and SES. So our partner agencies are assisting us greatly with the search. We have used various assets internally, so that includes things like Mounted Branch over the last few days, our search and rescue. We've also had Polair up assisting us with the search. And today, we also have some drones up assisting us with that search. So that's ongoing for today. That's really, for me, that's where we're at. And we're going to continue the search, and we're keeping an open mind and considering all possibilities, and we're being extremely thorough and methodical with that investigation.
It's been 5 days now since Samantha went missing. How confident are police that she'll be found?
Yeah, we're keeping an open mind and we're hopeful. So that search is ongoing, and we're throwing all those resources at it in the hope that we find Samantha and get some answers for her family, who are obviously concerned. And yeah, hence the reason I'm here asking for the community's assistance so that they can provide that information to us that might be crucial to that investigation.
I'm just going to stop it there for a second. The questions are hard to hear, but I'm going to tell you about them instead, because you guys cannot hear what they're being asked. Let me just find it. The questions were written out down here. Hopefully I can still find it. They saying, one of the questions was, are you using drones in the search? Search efforts include Victoria Police, SES and CFA on the ground. That's included mounted branches and air support, including drones, she says. Police are hopeful. They are still going to find answers, and they are keeping in mind on all possibilities. right now. They are being extremely thorough and methodical with the investigation. They said here the acting inspector is asked whether there are any suspicious circumstances surrounding Miss Murphy's disappearance. She says there are no suspicious circumstances that we've identified at this stage. We'll talk about more about that in a minute. And it says they are particularly keen for dashcam or CCTV footage from the Ballarat suburbs of Canadian, Ballarat East, and Mount Helen. So far, none of the items picked up in the search have been found to have a connection to Miss Murphy's disappearance, she says. Police are not officially registering volunteers in the search. They said they don't have the resources or official capacity to do such a thing, and they're just letting people come in and search on their own volition. They said Sam had a routine of using the parkland recreationally. She may have been Sunday may have been more of a walk than a run. She says Miss Murphy's family is obviously worried, but appreciates the community support during the past few days. All right, that was the questions, and I'm going to get into the daughter's press conference. Hey guys, how are you? Good to see you. Hey everyone in the chat, how are you all? Tara was here earlier. DJ, Sherry runs late. Sean was here. He's getting lunch. Good to see you. Sean Gamble is not going to be here tonight. He's having dinner with friends. Laurie. Hey, Laurie. Good to see you. Woos is here. Yep, another Maria and Gizmo. Hey, guys. And Marlene Clausen. Who have I missed? Have I missed people? Snap Crackle Pop. Hey, Snap Crackle Pop. How are you? And Robbie T. All right, let's keep going, guys and girls. This next bit is quite emotional. It's a very difficult watch, is what I would call it. We might watch it from here. This might be easier. This is the oldest daughter of Samantha speaking. You'll watch it now, okay? Her name is Jess.
People just don't vanish into thin air. Someone's got to know something. Just call the police.
Actually, this one's rubbish. We won't use that one. We'll use this one.
I'm going to take you back to Ballarat in regional Victoria now, where the family of missing woman Samantha Murphy has just spoken.
We just decided to do a press conference to help us with the search for Sam. We are overwhelmed by the help of the public and the community for what they, the way they've all formed together and come together as a unit to help us look for Sam and her disappearance. People just don't vanish into thin air. Someone's got to know something, whether it be any little thing that you might think's relevant, just call the police, let them know, it'll give us a bit of peace of mind if we get some hope from someone. And we just like to, if you can respect our privacy as well at home, whatnot, if we've got something, we'll come out and say it, and you'll be advised by the police or by us if we need be. But thanks for your time, and so once again, hopefully someone's got something that they can remember or they've seen, and they can contact the authorities and put some light on the subject. And also, thanks very much for the people. The generosity throughout the community has been unbelievable. If we went and to accept all the food that would want to be cooked for us and like that, we wouldn't have to go to the supermarket for 12 months. It's just really, really good. So thank you very much, everybody. And we really, really do appreciate everything that everyone's doing. Thank you.
Do you mind if I say something?
Yeah, just one second.
Sorry, Jess, can you step forward to this mic?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Jess. I'm Sam's oldest daughter. Just on behalf of my dad and myself and my siblings, I'd just really like to thank our family and friends for just their continuous love and support. It's really helping us to get through and to keep us strong and to keep us motivated to keep looking and keep moving forward. Mum's a really strong woman, and she's far too determined to give up this fight. I know she's out there somewhere. So if you could please continue to search for her, to give us something to work with, we'd really appreciate it. Mum, we love you so much and we miss you. And we need you at home with us. Please come home soon. I can't wait to see you and to give you the biggest hug when I do and to tell you off for giving us so much stress. I love you. Thank you all for our time. And please stop taking photos of us and coming to our house. It's really hard. I just want to be able to walk around my house and feel safe. And it's a bit hard at the moment. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
There you go. You heard from her oldest daughter, Jess, and you could see she's so emotional. That was really hard to watch, and um, I think the poignant bit at the end was the media is encroaching on their privacy and their home, and she's saying she's feeling unsafe at home. She can't even leave the house to do anything, and that it's really concerning her. And as a child, she's a child, you know, we have to look at the ethics at play here as media, as social media, anything like that. It's really concerning when a child or a young person, a young adult, whatever you want to call her, a teenager, comes out and says that. Maybe you've crossed a line, right? Your dad also mentioned that he'd like the media to respect their privacy at this time. Not Canada, Australia, in Victoria, where I live. It is from down here. We spoke about it yesterday. We had a live stream yesterday afternoon. I'll go through some of the facts of the case for people that didn't watch yesterday. Hold on, let me grab that if I can find it. Of course, I can find it. Sometimes I have to find an older article because they're all doing this press conference. All right, let's go to this one. So it's the woman who was missing is named Samantha Murphy. She's been missing for 5 days. Today is the 5th search day for her. She's 51 years old, and the area she lived in was Ballarat East, and she was seen leaving her home Eureka Street at about 7 a.m. on Sunday to go for an exercise, a walk, or a jog around a large park area, like a national park type thing. And they've been searching for her ever since. She did not return home. Her phone did ping in the sort of vicinity. It was at the back of a golf course, apparently. And police, SES, and other emergency services have been searching for her for the last 4 days. They're saying they're asking for more CCTV along the route that she may have taken. I'll show you that in a second. And they're saying the items that were located yesterday have no relation to Miss Murphy. So those items yesterday were a red herring. They don't have any relation to helping find her at all. For such a young girl, I think so. It was very, very. I mean, for anyone, but even being that young, very hard to do that and speak in front of a giant media pack. It's very difficult. Let's see. I want to see if I have this map that they want to. No, hold on. There's a map that they want to show people. Maybe it's further down here. Nope. Thanks for that. Let's see. I'm just trying to find. There is a little map that they're trying to give out. No, geez. Can't seem to find it. If I come across it, I'll show you. But I can show you the CCTV that they released overnight, actually late yesterday. This is new footage of her. It's not very long. We might have to play it a couple of times, but it's really hard to see. But this is her walking past someone's gate. like on their driveway. It's hard to see. That's her right there. So they're looking for something better than this. They want something, I think, probably more detailed where you can actually see her. They're going to look for any sort of clues or evidence. Now, apparently, she did have an Apple Watch on her, apparently, and people are saying, well, can't you just ping that if she had an accident or a heart attack or something? Wouldn't it have dialed out with the Apple safety features? That is a good, interesting point. I don't know enough about what she was wearing, but uh, if it is, it would have been nice. They would have got a more solid location. Marlon Clausen says she does not look distressed. No, she looks like she's just going for some exercise in the wilderness. That's all it looks like. Hey, Betty. Hey, Betty. Hey, my friend. How are you? Hey, Hugney was here too. And Blue Moon and Moonlight View and Laurie. Harley's here. Hey, Harley. How are you, my friend? Yeah, very, very disturbing case. And what is concerning is apparently overnight the family had been fighting with people, not fighting, but sort of telling people off on social media about naming the husband as the key suspect on his wife's disappearance, saying that, oh, it's always the husband did it, and things like that. They are very concerned about the trolls that are coming to their search pages and saying stuff like the husband Mick or Michael had something to do with her disappearance. And for the family to have to come out and swat away trolls from their pages to help find their mum, that's not great. And it really is the ugly side of social media. Nalana says, I hope she is alive and maybe has run away. At the same time, her husband and poor kids are in agony. If alive, call your family, please. You think she would have just run away with just jogging gear, though? You don't think she would have taken things she needs? What's interesting, and people were saying, oh, it's definitely the husband and all this stuff. Normally, when we get those type of cases where the husband or it's a domestic violence type thing, we always hear this one thing associated with it, and it's the the woman left the house, didn't take her keys, didn't take her wallet, didn't take her mobile phone, and she's been missing for like a week. But this lady took her stuff. She had her things, I think. I think she had at least an Apple Watch, probably had keys, a phone maybe. I mean, it doesn't really sound like the normal that normal trope that we get in true crime of, a woman has gone missing from her home. At least, yeah, it doesn't really sound like. Hold on. Yeah, it doesn't really sound like that, but that's true. People suck sometimes. Alana. Just trying to see. Sorry, getting people interrupting my show. It's true. Feel bad for the husbands that are innocent. Yes. So I just wish I could find this map. Hold on. Maybe I have to search it like this. All right, this might have it. All right, here. There we go. So she was last seen on CCTV that's the video I just showed you at this location here. They think that she was maybe running down this road. This is the area they searched yesterday, just here through this area. This is where she lives over here on Eureka Street. So it looks like she ran all the way down here. She made it quite a distance to be captured on CCTV. Sorry. Yeah, so she made it I reckon she made it quite a distance, didn't she? Look at that. That's quite a it's not like she just, left her home and was, fell sick, got nabbed, hurt herself, a million things. She made it quite a far way, and then down Yankee Flat Road. And what are they saying here? Alright. The search, they're saying this is, uh so they're saying that this is one of the lead search areas down here now, down near Buninyong. So they're looking down there today. They looked in this one, the Wuru Karang Regional Park yesterday. I know that. And that's her home. Let's see if there's any more about the CCTV up here. So it sounds like the search effort is entering its 5th day with police, volunteers, air crews combing the surrounding suburbs of Black Hill, Brown Hill, Buninyong, Scotsman's Lead, and Wuru Regional Park. They said this was all, they said it was all thrown into disarray when a crime scene was established just 500 meters from her home yesterday, but I don't think it led to anything like what they're saying. Then it says later that day, police released shocking CCTV vision captured at a home 3 kilometers east, just 16 minutes after she was believed to have left for her run. Could you have run 3 kilometers in 16 minutes? Is that possible? I guess so. She did it. It says the video shows a 51-year-old running past a house on Eureka Street towards Yankee Flat Road in the opposite direction of the forest. It is understood she was wearing an Apple Watch on her run, but it is not known if police have been able to use this to determine her location. That's interesting. She said she was going to go for a run in the forest, but was running in the opposite direction of the forest. I don't know if she was just going to like loop around and come back through the forest, or that's a bit weird. It's a bit strange, isn't it? So, so she lived on Eureka, right? She could have entered the forest like just here and like ran around, or there's probably an entrance somewhere around here. And then, but she ran all the way down here into this is like open space. Look, there's no real forest or bushland here. It's all like flat farming land. This is where all the forest is. So, was she going to run down here and then take this road and lead back into the forest and then come back up to home? Maybe that's what she was going to do. This kind of like loop through here. That's kind of what I was wondering. So sort of like she does like this kind of section. That would be a pretty good run. Or she could go even further and come down here and go into the park and then back up here somehow. So yeah, it does look like there are ways to do it. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me see what you guys have to say. Oh, we're on the right page. Yep. Hey, Shad, how are you? Hey, Beth B. I wonder what you guys have to see. I wonder what you guys see in this. I don't know. Any waterways in the park? Hold on. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. There is some water here. Is this a golf course? That might be. There's a few areas of water you can see scattered around. I don't see any like large rivers. Oh, here. There's something there. There is a river. It's sort of further away though. It's not really that close. I mean, it is sort of, but so there is water around. But the search locations are sort of like over here. I mean, they could be in the wrong location, I guess. Where's the other one? Down here. There is some water. I mean, it's a country area. You're going to find water, farms and stuff. There is a little stream. You can see it right there. So one of the places her phone pinged was the back of the golf course. This is the golf course here. Maybe that's why that they've got this search thing here right there, because they did say that her phone pinged around here. There is a little river. It's not very big though. That heads through here under the road and into the golf course, around the top or the back of the golf course, and then out the other side. So there is some water. Not great deals of it, but there is. Yeah, I find it weird that she was running away from the forest though, when that's normally where she went. But like we said, she could have been looping around to come back home through the forest. A snake. People think she may have got bitten by a snake, maybe. They're asking for camera. They're asking for more CCTV along any of those routes. They want people to send in anything they can that is, related. Okay. Hey, LMS, how are you? I saw your comment. Maybe someone knew her routine of jogging and hurt her. Possibly. People do follow people like that. Maybe someone was following her. Although you would think if someone was following her, even that CCTV at the gate, they would see something there, right? Like if it was a car that was trailing her or someone walking near her. But maybe that's why they're asking for, you don't know, maybe they didn't release everything to the media, but maybe they're looking for, maybe there is something on that video that they haven't released. That's why they're asking for more CCTV so they can try and find out what the hell it is. There's only one so far. I think there was another one. Her home, they got a screenshot of her leaving home, and this one is the only one they've released to the public, is the one I showed you, this one.
They released the new security footage of her running near Warrenhype Road, east of the search zone. That vision was taken at 7:16 on Sunday morning. She was running northeast, away from the forest.
We'll get done for music thing if we do that. Yeah, so you just heard 16 minutes after she left home, she was captured on a CCTV at the front of that gate. And that's the only one they've released so far. 16 minutes is long enough into her run that if someone was following her, they'd probably see it on that footage. There's a bit of a screenshot of that footage. It is hard to see, I think, because the sun is coming into the direction near the camera. You're getting a lot of glare, especially on her, through the trees and stuff like that. Yeah, I don't know. I know that, was it Danny? Who was it? Let's see. Oh, Sean. Sean says, I feel she's been taken. Possibly. Hey, Tina. How are you, my friend? Good to see you. Maybe, like, I just wonder if maybe there's more on that footage, because that's a very short little snippet. I mean, it doesn't take long for her to run past, but what's behind her? Is there anything behind her that they haven't shown? Potter. Hey, Potter. Good to see you, my friend. Potter says it was a very hot day on Sunday. It was 38 degrees. Some places reached more than that. Like 90, what was it? 90 something Fahrenheit. Uh, 100 degrees Fahrenheit on Sunday. 100. Yeah, it would have been more in Ballarat. Yeah. Could have been over over 40. Over 40. All right. Let's see if I have anything else about her. The daughter's press conference was very hard to listen to. She says, oh no, the husband says, people just don't vanish into thin air. And that's true. People don't vanish into thin air. They don't. So this was before they released the one of her jogging. This was the last one that we got. This is her leaving the house at the time before her jog or run or exercise, whatever you want to call it. This was the last one they released. But that's her home CCTV. That's her daughter, Jess. Yeah, it is concerning though when that young woman, young girl, had to come out and say, "I don't feel safe in my own home." That's very concerning. Here it says, pressed if police had even contemplated foul play, Inspector Lisa McDougall said and conceded it had not been ruled out, said they are still keeping an open mind. Inspector McDougall suggested women thinking about going out in the Ballarat area alone at night ought to feel comfortable doing so. She says, I'm not going to say what people can and can't do. At the moment, there's no suspicious circumstances that have been identified. It's up to people to assess their safety and comfort levels. Fair enough. I guess they're probably trying not to panic people into that there's some person out there attacking women until they know for sure if there is. But it's a risky game if there is someone and it hurts another woman, then what have you done? It says on Wednesday night, police issued a new CCTV footage that claimed to be of Miss Murphy running past a neighbor's house. The footage, which is unclear, was captured at 7:16 a.m. on Eureka Street in Ballarat East. And they're saying, yeah, it was about a quarter of an hour after she'd left home. And they're saying, yeah, the direction was opposite to where police have focused their search efforts in an area between Canadian Plantation and Yankee Flat Road. And they're saying they're asking for that more CCTV from the public, that they'd really like to have it. Who keeps messaging me? All right. Let me see what you guys have to say. Thanks, Diane. At the moment, the police are given no indications that anyone in the family is involved. So we'll just assume that she's either, out there and she's hurt herself, or, someone else has hurt her maybe or something, or she's had a medical episode. Could be anything like that. Hey, Zelda, how are you, my friend? I hope you've been doing all right. It's really good to see you. No, I don't think she's afraid of the press. She's afraid of the photographers and the journalists constantly outside of her home taking photos of her house, of her, of their vehicles, that type of thing. Not her father. The father's got nothing to do with it right now. I think that's the issue we have right now, is a lot of people are jumping to conclusions that, oh, it must be the husband. It's got to be, because in true crime, especially when people have been watching it for a while, we see so many of them where it's like, oh, this lady went missing and the husband was arrested. Oh, it was, we see that a million times a year. But I don't know, something about this one seems different. The fact that she took her stuff, a lot of these times when these women go missing in these other cases, they go, oh, the wife has been missing from the home and she left her keys and her mobile phone, stuff like that. And we're not seeing that in this one. Yeah, invading their privacy, yes. Ethan, he begged mom to help him. Where was dad? I don't know what you're talking about. I know, the poor kid, but I don't know who Ethan is. Hey, Kibby. Hey, my friend. How are you? Ravisky, yeah. Ravisky, yeah. He killed his wife and put her in a boot of a car, drove her out to like West Melbourne and dumped her under a log and let her body decay into the soil, he's a monster. He really is. Oh, Ethan Crumbly. I gotcha. Sorry, Jules. Sorry, my friend. I didn't pick up on it. Oh, Kim. Kim says, my 4-year-old granddaughter is visiting from Cairns, so I missed the last few shows. I'll have to play catch up on the weekend. Hey, Kim. Good to see you, my friend. I'm glad that you're with your granddaughter. Have fun with her. Don't be here. Go have fun with her. She is probably having so much fun being with Nan, and it's probably the highlight of her school holidays. So go have fun. I'll see you. I'll see you when she heads back home to her mum and dad. Let's see. I think he's just that type of bloke. I think he's just that type of country bloke, Sean. I don't think he's, I knew people would say that after the press conference. They were going to be like, oh, he was so unemotional and he just looked like he didn't care. But I sort of just think that's the kind of dude he is. I don't think we should read into anything right now. Tom Meager, yeah, where he was accused after his partner went missing. It ended up being one of the worst things I could ever imagine in Melbourne. And people were bashing Tom for like days, saying he must have done something to his wife and all this stuff, and he had nothing to do with it. It was a random dude who attacked his wife on the street, abducted her, sexually assaulted her, and dumped her body far away. Harley says, gotta wait for a couple more months for the snow to leave. Oh, you having neighbor troubles again, Zelda? That's not good. All right. If we get more about this, I will cover it. I will cover it for you, 100%. But right now, I don't think. Yeah, there's the one about the daughter. All right. What's this? No one cares about this. Let's change tract. Hold on. I have to play this to get out of it. All right. Let me load up the next story for tonight. Let's load up the next story. We didn't hear anything else about the woman that was found in the container in Thailand. Do you remember that? They found like just two legs in a plastic shipment from the USA to Thailand, and they never actually. I never saw an update if they figured out who that woman was. They literally just found her legs and nothing else. No body, no torso, no head. All right, we have a bolo. A bolo. Be on the lookout. A missing woman reported in Laurel. It says the Laurel Police Department has received a missing person report. Sophronia KRS Taylor, 37, has been reported missing. Family members reported they last had contact with Taylor approximately 2 months ago and are concerned. It was also reported that Taylor had planned to go out of town and had made arrangements for her cats to be fed. Taylor has been entered on the NCIC as a missing person, and the LPD is requesting any information as to her current whereabouts. Sergeant Mitch Blankeny is assigned to the case. Any person with information about this or any other case is urged to call LPD at 601-399-4440 or Crime Stoppers at 601-428-7867. 2 months? That's a long period of time to be sort of realize they're missing and then be like, maybe we should make a police report. I mean, I'm not attacking the family or anything. It's a long. Are the family from out of town or something? Let's have a look. Let's see if I can get more information. It says the LPD has received a missing person report of Sophronia KRS Taylor. She's a black female, 37 years of age. Picture attached. Family members reported they had lost contact with her 2 months ago and are concerned. I got to think that the family don't live close. And that's the issue. Look at this, only 2 comments on her story. How sad. Let me search her name. See if we can find anything else about her. Another police station? Nope. Really not a lot of information. There's only a couple of articles about her. Says Taylor, before her unexplained disappearance, had reportedly planned to leave town for an unspecified period. She'd even made provisions for her beloved cats during the absence. However, her failure to return as expected has raised alarm bells among her relatives and the local authorities. The National Crime Information Center database, so they've entered her name into that. Hold on. Why do people keep sending me messages today? There we go. It says the Laurel Police Department has issued a public appeal and urged anyone with pertinent information about Taylor's location to step forward. Contact numbers were the ones we read out before. I gotta think that it's, 2 months. It's a long time. Hey, buddy. Where is Laurel? Yeah, where is Laurel? City of Laurel. It's in Mississippi. City of Laurel, Mississippi. So it's in Mississippi. It is, let's have a look. It's sort of northwest of Mobile and southeast of Jackson, Mississippi. And so sort of, southeast. There you go. It's almost on the border of Alabama. It's really close to the border, probably I don't know. Where's the scale? Didn't give me one. I don't know, 25 miles, something like that, 50 miles. Not that far. It's pretty close to the border of Alabama, so you could consider it a border town, maybe. No, Waynesboro is the border town, so it's just it's not far from the border of Alabama. It's almost, you could drive there pretty quick. That's a good lead. I wonder if she was on any dating sites. Maybe that's why she left town, to meet up with a potential romantic partner. 2 months, right? It's a long time. Hey, Dimensional Legend. Okay. Dimensional Legend says, I ran into YouTube trailer about double gangsters that look like Taylor Swift humanoid robots. That is a horror movie for anyone. Appreciate your comment. Just trying to see. Yeah, okay. Well, that's all we know. It's all we know about this poor woman. I'm sorry I don't have more information, but try to highlight missing people as much as we can. I don't want people to fall through the cracks of true crime. Unfortunately, people of color often don't have their cases aired, and it's a real problem. So apparently today was the day 1 of the Harmony Montgomery trial. I'm going to just find some links for it. Hold on. And we'll go over a little bit of it. It says here, Harmony Montgomery's father, Adam, to plead guilty to falsifying evidence and abusing a corpse, but he still denies murdering the 5-year-old. That's interesting that he's going to plead guilty. The father of murdered 5-year-old Harmony Montgomery has told the judge that his attorneys plan to enter a guilty plea to 2 lesser charges, but he continues to deny he killed his daughter. Adam, who sparked outrage by wearing a large smile, and sticking his tongue out as his jury selection began, said on Wednesday that he will acknowledge his guilt on charges of falsifying physical evidence and abusing a corpse. The father, who is already serving 30 years in prison for separate firearms offenses, is still facing charges of murder, assault, and witness tampering. He declined to appear in person for the first day of his trial and spoke via teleconference as he told the judge he understood his decision would likely guarantee a guilty verdict on the lesser charges. Okay. There's a photo of him when he appeared. He just looks like this is all a joke, right? He's like, I'm already serving 30 years. What do I care? This is all a joke. And, looks far too chirpy for a man who is here to serve a trial for murdering his daughter. You wonder what this man was like with a child or responsibility for a child. And you wonder how we all got here today. What a pretty little girl. A very, very sweet looking little girl. It says Harmony's disappearance in November 2021 sparked a nationwide manhunt for the half-blind child until it emerged that she had actually not been seen alive since December 2019. Her body has never been found, and Montgomery is accused of systematically moving her remains to several locations for some time to avoid detection. Prosecutors say he murdered Harmony by punching her in the head several times with a closed fist in retaliation for a bathroom accident inside a car they were living in at the time. It says while Montgomery has been behind bars since his arrest in January 2022 for the child's murder, bringing him to trial has taken prosecutors years amid the media circus surrounding Harmony's case. It's been a circus for sure. It says apparently the judge, Amy Messer, told the pool of prospective jurors that Montgomery had a right to appear at his trial, but he also had a right not to. He declined to attend in person on Wednesday. She told them, "You are not to speculate on why he is not here today, nor draw any inferences," she said. Here's a photo of him back when he was arrested. I think we've read through this before. I would rather get stuff from today. Hold on. Let me do some googly fooey and let's find. We've had to stop using CBS News for any sources because no matter what I do, their background stays white. It won't go grey, it won't go black, nothing. Yeah, it says here, in a shock move, Harmony's father, Adam, has agreed to plead guilty to 2 charges. If only they could get him on the big one. It says authorities failed to search for the missing child who was known to protective services for more than 2 years after she went missing. According to an affidavit, Kayla told police that her husband struck the little girl several times after she had a bathroom accident in the car. I just hope he gets what he deserves, which is probably life in prison, to be honest. He deserves to stay there. Anyone who can do that to their own child, let alone any child, is a piece of work. Oh, thank you, Potter. Hold on. Potter sent me something about Sophronia. Oh, that's interesting. So she was the missing woman we spoke about before, the missing woman of color. Apparently, she was a anthropology major or a senior. Oh, apparently she studied in the UK on a scholarship. When was this posted though? It doesn't say. I'll show it. Apparently this could possibly be her. College of Arts and Sciences, in the UK. And she's an anthropology senior. Says she traveled there to study on a scholarship. Can't really. Yeah, interesting. You don't think she would have run away to the UK, do you? Yeah, wasn't there one where they said they were basically going to give them more jail time or something? I saw that one a while ago. It's a different last name, is it? Hold on. No, it's the same last name. Taylor is the last name. She has a middle name, Caress, but it's the same last name. Hold on, I'll show you. Sorry, I didn't mean to jump between two stories. It's just I didn't see the email from Potter. Hold on. All right, so this is this one, right? Sophronia Taylor. And then if we switch to this one, it's Sophronia Keres Taylor. So it's just got her middle name. That's all. About the right age, 37, to be doing a dissertation. Yeah. I mean, it seems like it's probably her. Says she's from Mississippi too. Yeah, because she had lived part of her life in Laurel, Mississippi. Taylor had aspirations of attending a historically black college like Alcorn State or Spelman. However, having graduated from Mason County High School in northern Kentucky, she was placed in a perfect position to study at the University of Kentucky. Taylor came to the UK on a William C. Parker scholarship and has not looked back. When was this though? Why doesn't it have a date? It doesn't really have a date in here, does it? Anywhere. Has to be a few years ago, you would think, right? It's interesting that she lived in another country for a period of time. See the very bottom line. Did I miss it? It says, yet it wasn't just the people who made Taylor's education a successful one. She credits the many services and facilities for providing her the tools and resources she needed. Taylor stated that having computer services 24 hours a day showed her that the UK truly wanted to help her succeed. In the end, Taylor feels ANS extended to her all the necessities for a broad education. Either of those internships will be pivotal to my gaining real-world experience for my dream of becoming a criminologist slash crime scene investigator. That's a weird crossover. It says she had plans to complete an internship at either the State Medical Examiner's Lab in Frankfurt or in a police station. That's really interesting. That's really bizarre, isn't it? That she was like into the true crime thing. Yeah. Criminologist, crime scene investigator. That is UK equal University of Kentucky. Oh, I get it. That's still very interesting that she wanted to become a crime scene investigator, and it's weird that now all of a sudden she's gone missing. She wouldn't set herself up to go missing just to create a crime scene. I don't unless she met someone unsavory or something in her travels to find a crime scene. I don't know. I can't join the dots there. I'm struggling to find something. Yeah, this was from the College of Arts and Sciences. Oh, uky.edu. uky.edu, not .uk. So it's from Kentucky. Yeah. Gotcha. Potter says, I wonder if she was traveling for an internship. Possibly. Maybe she took up an opportunity somewhere, but then why would she leave her cats? Like, if it was going to be a long period thing, why would she leave the cats behind with only so much food to feed them for a short period of time? I mean, maybe she got caught up. It's weird that she didn't tell anyone where exactly she was going, though. Like, she got someone to look after her pets, but did she not tell them where she was going or how long she might be? I find, like, wouldn't you, if you were having someone coming to look after your cats, wouldn't you be like, "Oh, hey, I'm heading to Alaska to do a, internship on how ice kills people, and I'm gonna be back in September, probably around the 20th. If you could just feed them till then," that type of thing. Yeah, maybe. But wouldn't they at least have an area of where she went? Even if they don't have the direct business location, something? Maybe, but wouldn't they tell them, like, where to look for her if it's not in Mississippi? I don't know. We'll keep an eye on it. There's really not a lot of information about her, though, which is a shame. There's a photo of her. If you live, I know we have people in that area, actually. If you are in this area in Mississippi and you see this lady, call it in. Her family is very worried about her. Very worried. All right, let's continue. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to cut Harmony's story in half. I like talking about that little girl. If there's justice coming the way for her, we can go back to Harmony's now. Sorry, I hate doing that. I should have waited till the end. Is there anything else about today? Let's see. So it said the jurors have concluded for the day, are expected back in court tomorrow morning. Wait, is that all they did? Hold on, let's share this tab. It says Harmony's mother pleaded for help finding her daughter. The case of Harmony Montgomery, who was born in Massachusetts to unmarried parents with a history of substance abuse, exposed weaknesses in the child protection system and provoked calls to prioritize the well-being of children over parents in custody matters. Harmony was moved between the homes of her mother and her foster parents multiple times before Adam received custody in 2019 and moved to New Hampshire. Harmony was reported missing in 2021 by her mother, who said she hadn't seen the girl in more than 2 years. She said, "I'm begging the community, I don't care if you saw this young girl a year ago, if you think it's relevant, call us." Manchester Police Chief Alan Aldenberg first told the public at a news conference on New Year's Eve 2021, setting up a 24-hour tip line. Photos of Harmony were circulated widely on social media. Adam says he insists he did not kill his daughter. He told the court last year, "So I understand that I was found guilty by a jury, and I'm not here to dispute that at all. The only consideration that I have is for you to not consider anything as it relates to the case regarding my daughter Harmony. I didn't kill my daughter. I look forward to the upcoming trial to refute those offensive claims." And he added, "You probably won't believe me when I tell you that I didn't wake up one morning and choose to become an addict. I don't want to be an addict, and I'll spend the rest of my time in prison realizing it to the best of my ability to change things about myself." And it says, yeah, he's going to plead guilty, acknowledge that he falsified evidence and abused a corpse in connection with Harmony's December 2019 death. If he's going to plead guilty to this and say that he abused a corpse in connection with Harmony's death, does that mean he'll be able to say where her body is? Because if he's gonna admit to it, then he must know where her body is, and if he's going to be charged with that particular charge, there's no point not telling officers where she is, right? What did they find her? Am I going mental? Ping, are you going crazy today? Have you read too many stories? Am I going crazy that they haven't found her? I'm not leaving. Who's leaving? Yeah. It's alright, Potter. It's alright. Yep, another Maria says there should be a trail and gas purchases. Yeah, hopefully the cops will find that woman. I hope so. Oh, we already did an hour? How is that possible? Guys, give me 1 second. I just want to fix this and I'll be back. Hold on. Sorry about that. Before we get going again, I would like to thank Sean and Julie. Julie says, for all the hours that you produce each week, this is a small amount of appreciation for you. I wish others would also, uh, help fund the channel. Thank you. I really appreciate that, Julie. And to Sean, thank you very much for supporting the channel. I appreciate it. It's been an interesting day so far. Let's see. Marlon Clausen says yes, but he moved her body many times. He's just someone who wants to keep her final place as something to hang over people's head. He's a junkie. Possible he does not know. I think where you dump your daughter's body is something you probably don't forget, no matter how many drugs you have. But if he does plead guilty to that charge, I'd be on the cops. If I was a cop, I'd be the one pressuring him to give up where she is, because they'll say, "Hey, you already pled guilty to the tampering with the body. What does it matter if you tell us where she is?" So, but yeah, a lot of killers don't like giving up the body because it's their final bit of control. Yeah. Sean says we either complain about facial recognition usage or accept it can be, to find kidnap people from 5 years of age until they die. I think we're going to move in that direction anyway. It does. Kibby, it does. Kibby says, does it help to do thumbs up then comment on reruns? Because I'll do that. Kibby, that would be great. I would really appreciate it. Thank you. I would appreciate that if you could do that for me. Anything, even if you just leave a comment or a thumbs up, or you just say I'm part of the replay crew, all those things help in their own way. And I am very appreciative of, the different scale of the ways people support the channel. Some people can send in a donation, some people can like, some people can subscribe, some people do one of each, some people do none of them. Some people just come to the chat every night and hang out. They're all valuable and appreciated. So I appreciate it. Sorry you're not feeling well, Reby. Hope you feel better. I really do. All right. All right. Harmony's story makes me sad. It's a horrible case to listen to. Let's try and see if I have another story for you. I did have another story for you, if I can find it. Oh, yeah, this one here. Let's go. Yeah, this was this morning here. So it says a 25-year-old man found with injuries to his hands will face court after a woman's body was discovered during a welfare check in a New South Wales town. Police were called to a Tweed Heads West home in the Northern Rivers region about 5:50 p.m. on Wednesday. They said they had received a call expressing concern for the woman's welfare, but did not provide further details. Responding offers, responding offers, no, responding officers. They didn't write that properly. See, responding officers discovered the remains of an unidentified woman believed to be in her 60s. That's so with domestic violence. A short time later, New South Wales police said they found the injured man on an adjacent street and took him to hospital under police guard. He was subsequently charged with murder and is due to face Tweed Heads local court on Thursday. On Thursday morning, forensic police searched the property as police vehicles remained outside. Another woman lost her life to the hands of her possible partner. That is horrible. I saw this pop up this morning, and Tweed Heads has had a lot of issues. That area's had a lot of drug use and just a lot of society type problems up there. It used to be like a very quiet coastal town back in the 70s and 80s, and through the 90s and 2000s. It's really sort of had a checkered history of violence, drugs, murder, assaults, sexual assaults, that type of thing. Yeah, it's horrible to hear that a woman has lost her life. That's not what we want to see. Let me see if I can find out their names. Let's see, Tweed Heads West Home. Here. Tweed Heads West, man 25, charged. Wait, no, it can't be his partner. Didn't they say it was a 60-year-old? The man they charged is 25. Man 25 charged with murder after horror discovery of woman's body inside home. The body of a woman has been discovered at a home in New South Wales. Yeah, we know that. Yeah, police found the body of a woman believed to be aged in her 60s inside the home. Could be her son. Her son killed his mum. He was taken to a Tweed Heads hospital for treatment under police guard and charged with murder after being discharged from hospital. I mean, I'm not yucking anyone's yum about age difference like 25 and 60. If that's your thing and you feel morally okay about it, go for it. But I don't know about this. This sounds like maybe a mother and daughter. Mother and son. But they didn't say that in the article. Surely not his mother. You don't think so? Not at 60? He's 25, she's 60. Oh, Kathy made it. Hey, Kathy. How are you, my friend? Oh, hey, Emily Narb made it. Hey, Emily Narb. And Kathy Lynch. Good to see you both. I have no idea. Hey, Zelda. I'm sorry you're having such bad issues. Ah, your granddaughter wanted to have a chat? Let me try and find this out. It has to be a... You think it would have to be a... Let's see if this article has more. No, it doesn't. 25-year-old man was found with injuries on his hands at a nearby business on Kennedy Drive. I don't know. I'm stumped. The only thing I can come up with is that it's a mother and son. It's the only thing I can think of. Charged with murder. Discovery of woman's body inside the home. Normally you see in these articles like, oh, their relationship hasn't been released, or, their relationship is unclear at this time, but police are following, blah, blah, blah. So this is actually from police, New South Wales Police. They say a man has been charged with murder after the discovery of a body at Tweed Heads West yesterday afternoon. 5:50 p.m. yesterday, emergency services were called to a home on Lakes Drive. Following concerns for welfare report, officers attached to the Tweed Byron Police District arrived to find the body of a woman. She is yet to be formally identified, but is believed to be aged in her 60s. Police established a crime scene and launched an investigation into the incident. Following inquiries, police located a 25-year-old man with injuries to his hands on Kennedy Drive. He was arrested and taken to Tweed Heads Hospital under police guard for treatment. But there's no information here about a relationship or like how did they know each other? What did someone break into her home and kill her? Like, there's nothing like that on here. Normally they do say stuff like that. It's very odd. Hold on, I'm just fixing up my links. Now I really want to know what you guys think about it. Yeah, I get what you mean. Marlon Clausen said, Ping, did you see the house fire and 2 cops shot near Philly this afternoon? I did not, but we can have a look. Is it this one? NBC 10 Philadelphia? 6 unaccounted for after house fire, shooting that wounded 2 officers. Let's have a look.
Good evening again. My name is Jack Holzheimer. I'm the District Attorney of Delaware County. Proud to be joined today by Superintendent Tim Bernhardt from Upper Darby Police Department. We've got the Chief Rutherford from Lansdowne and Chief Zimmett from East Lansdowne. These are the 3 departments that responded to this event and have been working this scene all day long, along with departments from all over Delaware County. But these are the 3 departments that have been here from the time we got at 3:57 this afternoon, a call to respond to the 911 center. An 11-year-old girl had been shot at the home at 58 Lewis Avenue here in East Lansdowne. I want to give you guys an update I'm not really going to take any questions because we have limited information. I just want to keep the information about what we have tonight and what's going to be happening for the rest of this evening and tomorrow. At this point, we have locked down the crime scene. That house, their fire is still burning. It's smoldering at this point, but it's still too dangerous for us to go inside and do any further investigation. I will say with a heavy heart that we are afraid there might be more than one person in that house. We know the victim's family had a lot of people living in that house, including children. We are aware that there are at least 6 to 8 people who are unaccounted for from that family. It is our terrible fear that they may be inside that house when it was burned. We are hopeful that that is not true, but we will not know until tomorrow morning. Again, this is an active crime scene. What our CID, my county detectives, are going to come in the morning. They're going to be working with the local police department who are making sure that the crime scene is secured this evening. And we are going to methodically go through that scene and hopefully look for bodies and look for evidence of what actually happened that day. But again, I just want to make sure that everybody's aware there's nothing else to report tonight. We're going to send you all home. Law enforcement is doing its best to get you information as quickly as possible, but we're not really going to have any further updates until tomorrow morning. And again, our fears are maybe multiple people inside that home who have died. We don't know yet whether or not we can confirm or deny that until we get inside and methodically go through the debris that house is now. So again, without further questions, because there really is nothing else I can say, I'm not going to give out any information about the family of the victim, the residents, any of that stuff. What we need to do is just be sensitive to the fact that this is an active crime scene. It could be a lot of.
So basically they're saying, we can't tell you anything. All we can tell you is that there was a fire and some people were hurt. That's it. I hate when they do press conferences like that. I don't know about you, but they annoy the hell out of me. I know we're not promised any information, but it's like, why do the press conference? This was the fire here. Let's have a look. I didn't get to see this live. Oh, shush. Just show me the fire. Wow, that is one hell of an light building, isn't it? It is well and truly on flames. Wow, that was brutal. Hold on. Sorry. All right. It says, when officers arrived at the scene, a gunman inside the home immediately opened fire. I was there. A cop came flying around the corner. He got out and then he's in front of the house talking to two people. And then all of a sudden I hear 6 or 7 gunshots. Cops got down on the ground and I ran off. Like, a woman said she just took off. It says both officers were shot once. Responding Upper Darby police officers dragged both of the wounded officers to safety as the gunman continued fire. Both officers were taken to hospital and are in stable condition. They are both 22-year-old veterans, 22-year veterans, and expected to recover. During the chaos, the house the gunman was caught inside caught fire. Investigators said firefighters were initially unable to fight the fire due to rising flames and due to the active shooter situation. Officers were taking gunfire. Police officers and the fire department who were out there were still shots coming out of the building during the fire. The entire block was evacuated. Jeez. The gunfire eventually stopped, and by 6 p.m. the fire was mostly under control, though there was still smoke. During an early evening press conference, they said they were unsure if the gunman was still inside the house. Where else would he be? So they're saying, we're not going to make any entry into the house until we know that the fire is under control and that it's safe for officers to go in there. We don't want another single officer hurt tonight in Delaware County. During the press conference, they revealed 6 to 8 people live inside the home where the fire took place, and they're currently unaccounted for. He wouldn't identify if there were any kids. Jeez. So they're not able to check the home until tomorrow when the fire is more out. Horrible. I'm guessing they assume they died in the fire. I mean, where else would they be? It was Pennsylvania, Delaware County. I can put the link in the chat to the story that I have here. Hold on. There we go. The link's in the chat, which has a lot of the breaking news here. Let's see.
There, Aaron, still an active scene out there tonight.
Yeah, but we've been here for about 2 hours or so. This all went down sometime between 3:45, 4 o'clock, and we can tell that things are winding down a little bit at least. We've seen a lot of officers leave the scene. Behind me, about a couple blocks down, that's the center of all of this activity. We are standing on Lewis Avenue right now. There's a house that is still kind of smoldering in the back just with white smoke, but a while ago, about 2 hours ago, that house erupted with flames, just huge flames lighting up the sky out here after this situation started. What we know so far, I know you briefed a little bit about it, but officers came here with a report of an 11-year-old child shot inside the house. When officers arrived here, that's when they immediately took on gunfire from someone inside that house. That's when officers started ducking for cover, hitting the ground. There were crossing guards and other people out here when those shots were fired as well. They, of course, were scared for their life. We do not know the condition of that gunman. We don't know if the gunman's still inside, and we haven't heard anything about that 11-year-old child as well, the reason why those officers came here in the first place. I talked to a council member from East Lansdowne. I also talked to a crossing guard who was out here at the time when all those shots were fired. Here's what they told us.
I was there, a cop came flying around the corner. He got out, and then he's in front of the house talking to 2 people. And then all of a sudden, I heard 6 or 7 gunshots. Cop got down on the ground. I ran and took off.
What I've learned, I've heard of an active shooter in a residence, which had me to respond in the neighborhood. I'm, on council here in East Lansdowne. And as I got here, I was talking to some of the officers, hearing them and seeing the response, realizing this was still a very serious situation. 2 of our officers were transported, one East Lansdowne, one from Lansdowne. Here and they're stable, thank God. Other than that, we still have an active situation. We have fire actively happening. The home seems to be almost burning down because they can't do fire suppression because of the active shooter.
So you heard right there, 2 officers shot. You heard him say one from Lansdowne, one from East Lansdowne. And we know a big question for the last couple of hours is why is that house still on fire? Why are the flames just erupting like that? You heard right there. I mean, you have a shooter inside the house. You cannot do fire suppression. You can't have firefighters attack that fire when they're themselves are in danger. So there's going to be several more press conferences. I'm hearing one at the hospital, apparently also maybe one at an elementary school at some point tonight as well. But this scene is winding down until we get some more details. We're on Lewis Avenue. That house is still smoldering. We'll be here for a little while longer. For now, we're live in East Lansdowne. Aaron Baskerville, NBC 10 News.
Aaron, you just cannot imagine the fear of those residents, of witnesses who heard all of those gunshots, not one or two, but a series of gunshots spread apart, and then some of them saying they heard an explosion as well, and an active shooter on scene. Aaron Baskerville, thank you for that. We do want to go to a news conference right now. We've been told that Jack Solsheimer would be addressing.
Looks like it's about to start here in just a moment. He's right there in front of the lectern. All right, let's listen.
All right, we won't watch that. We watched a bit of that before. Sorry to hear. Wait, where is it? Sorry to hear your granddaughter does stuff like that. It's nicer if she just came and spent time with you instead of asking for money. Someone asked, why do police have all those people behind them? I don't know. I think it's like they just want to either look really tough and have like all their biggest dudes behind them, or it's just they're all the people that were involved in the operation, so they want them there. One or the other, or both. I don't know. You are confused? It's all right. It happens to people when they get to a certain age. They get a little confused. No, I'm just kidding. Don't hurt me. I'm just joking. All right, hold on. I can tell you a little more. It just says at least 6 missing after house fire and shooting that wounded 2 officers. DA says at least 6 people, including children, are unaccounted for following a house fire and shooting that wounded 2 police officers in East Lansdowne, Pennsylvania on Wednesday. They said, our fear is there may be multiple people inside the home who have died. We don't know yet whether or not we can confirm or deny that until we get inside and methodically go through the debris of that house fire. Now, hey, chair. The ordeal began at 3:47 when an East Lansdowne police officer and a Lansdowne police officer responded to a report of an 11-year-old girl being shot on Lewis Avenue in East Lansdowne. When the officers arrived at the scene, a gunman inside the home immediately opened fire, police said. Yeah, so when they got there, the cops were shot, 2 cops injured, taken to hospital. They expected to survive. But the gunman and the other people inside the home are still in the smoldering wreck of the home, apparently. To look tough. Yeah, to look tough. I don't think anyone's alive in the house. I think they're all dead. Like, look at how light that was. It was really like what they call well involved. I don't think anyone's alive. Or if someone escaped, the cops would have seen him. Especially after they shot 2 cops. I don't think they would have just been like, just run out the back door. We'll let you do that. I don't think so. We've got to start winding up for the day. So Trish can come on. Hey, Snarks. That's an interesting question. Snark says, hi, Ping in chat. I have a question for everyone. Sorry if it's off topic. Do you think Jennifer Crumbly would have gotten a 5th involuntary manslaughter charge had Ethan turned it on himself? Yeah, possibly, maybe, because the linchpin to that case was that she was the last adult with the gun. That's what the jury said yesterday. Or the forewoman of the jury said yesterday. That was the linchpin to them convicting her. So possibly they could have done something like that. Since they sort of put the responsibility onto her. So maybe she would have been responsible for all the deaths, not just the people at the school. By the way, I'll thank Sean and Julie again. It was very sweet of that message of you, Julie. I appreciate it. It's very kind of you to think of it like that. She said, you know, produce over 10 hours of live streams a week and it keeps her entertained, she said. That's very sweet. I'm glad you enjoy the shows each week, Julie. It's very sweet of you. And Sean, very kind of you too. We'll be back. We'll be back 9 p.m. tomorrow. I may come on later on this afternoon if there is more breaking news about Samantha Murphy. If there's a whole heap of breaking news this afternoon, I will come on. But it would have to be something really significant. Yeah, I think possibly too. Yeah, I don't know, maybe, or domestic violence that got out of hand for that fire. Where's that thing? Do we even have a suspect name for this? I don't think it even says. It doesn't say. East Lansdowne. Updated 30 minutes ago. So if that's the last update, they don't have a name? Oh, actually, before we go, girlfriend of Norristown murder victim arrested, charged in his slaying. 29-year-old Plymouth Meeting woman has been arrested and charged after officials said she set up her then boyfriend William Carter for the January 20th robbery that left him dead. We read about William Carter yesterday. So now they're saying, just a quick update, that they have now arrested a woman who has been charged over his killing, and it was his partner. Yeah. 29-year-old Plymouth Meeting woman has been arrested and charged after officials said she set up her then boyfriend. It was his partner. She set up the robbery that left him killed and murdered. This was the one we spoke about yesterday where the sheriff's department had arrested 3 people in New York. It was the was it the sheriffs? Not the sheriffs, the I can't remember now. Let's see. Yeah, it was a marshal services. Oh, my stomach's going crazy. I need lunch. The U.S. Marshal Service.
Authorities say they have captured
But that's crazy that they've arrested a 4th person and it was his
3 men wanted in connection to a murder and robbery.
silly video. Yeah, that's crazy. Imagine that. You set up your boyfriend to be killed, robbed and killed. Wow. She deserves everything she gets. What a betrayal of trust. I mean, he probably only went there because she said something. That's probably the only reason. Yeah, really sad that his girlfriend was in on it. Yeah, I'm going too. I'm starving. I'm so hungry. I'm actually going to go for in 2 seconds. Good night, everyone. I love you all. My stomach is growling. I'm so hungry because it's like 2:30. I haven't eaten anything yet. I'm going to go. And if there is breaking news on Samantha, I will come back on at like 4 o'clock, okay? If there's no breaking news, then I'll see you tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern for more Nights with Ping. I really do love you all. Please be safe. Be good out there. And yeah, thank you to everyone on the replay crew, Moonlight View, the people who come here every night, leave comments, and to the people who donate and support this channel. Thank you very much. It means a lot. And that's it. I might see you later today. I might not. We'll see. Good night, everyone. See you later.